In New York City, Richard Coleman's name was synonymous with wealth and power. He was the kind of man who measured his worth in skyscrapers, luxury cars, and private aircrafts. Among his most prized possessions was a sleek, state-of-the-art helicopter, something he flaunted at business, gatherings, and exclusive parties. But one summer afternoon, his pride took an unexpected hit. The helicopter refused to start. The machine that symbolized his prestige stood silent, and his irritation grew. Within hours, he summoned top engineers from across the city, confident that money could solve the problem as it always had. But even money had limits. The engineers worked tirelessly under Richard's watchful eye, examining every detail, checking every circuit, every bolt. Yet after hours of effort, not one of them could figure out the malfunction. Richard's frustration boiled over. He paced angrily, barking orders and making calls, determined to restore his flying jewel before word of its failure spread. For a billionaire obsessed with status, the idea that his prized helicopter was useless, even temporarily, was unbearable. Crowds began gathering nearby, curious onlookers, eager to see how the powerful mogul handled the crisis. The whispers around him only sharpened his irritation. Then through the murmuring crowd, a familiar figure stepped forward, Daniel, a local mechanic. Daniel was no stranger to Richard. The billionaire had seen him fixing cars in a small garage downtown. To Richard, Daniel represented the opposite of everything he valued: hard work without glamour, skill without wealth, and an unshakable dignity in simple living. The idea that someone like Daniel could even attempt to repair his helicopter seemed laughable. Yet Daniel approached with quiet confidence, ready to try what the so-called experts had failed to achieve. Walking beside Daniel was his daughter, Emily. She looked nothing like the polished engineers in their crisp suits. Instead, she wore a plain shirt, her hair tied back, and her eyes carried the shy determination of someone who had much to prove but little desire for attention. The crowd glanced at her with skepticism, their curiosity piqued. Richard's gaze fell on her, and he smirked with the kind of arrogance only money could fuel. He leaned toward his wealthy companions and mocked, loud enough for everyone to hear. "If my $1 million helicopter is in the hands of this girl, it's better I buy a new one." The crowd erupted in laughter. Some covered their mouths, while others openly chuckled at the billionaire's remark. Emily felt the weight of their mockery pressing down on her. She lowered her eyes, her cheeks burning with embarrassment. Daniel placed a comforting hand on her shoulder, silently telling her to stay strong. For him, Emily wasn't just his daughter. She was his pride. He had spent years teaching her everything he knew about mechanics, never once doubting her potential. But now, in front of the jeering crowd and the sneering billionaire, Emily had to face humiliation she hadn't asked for. Yet what no one realized was that Emily was far from ordinary. She had grown up in her father's workshop, surrounded by engines, tools, and the smell of oil. While her friends played outside, she studied the inner workings of machines, fascinated by how they came alive with the right touch. She pursued aviation engineering in college, a field dominated by men. But she never shied away from the challenge. Her professors often marveled at her sharp mind and steady hands. Every spark, every bolt, every hum of an engine spoke to her in ways it didn't to others. The crowd's laughter stung, but deep inside, Emily felt a spark of defiance. She knew she had the knowledge, the skill, and the passion to succeed where others had failed. The helicopter wasn't just a broken machine. It was her test, her opportunity to silence the mockery and prove that she was more than just a mechanic's daughter. Daniel looked at her with quiet reassurance, knowing she was capable of something extraordinary. Emily inhaled deeply, her nerves steadying. She told herself that if she could overcome this moment, nothing in her future could intimidate her again. Richard Coleman, meanwhile, continued basking in the approval of his wealthy friends. He believed he had put the mechanic and his daughter in their place with a single insult. To him, Emily was invisible, someone unworthy of his attention. But fate has a way of humbling even the proudest men. As Emily stepped closer to the helicopter, her hands steady despite the murmurs around her, the scene shifted. What began as laughter and doubt was about to become the stage for an unexpected revelation. In the heart of New York, beneath the skeptical eyes of strangers, a quiet young woman was ready to turn mockery into awe. Emily ignored the laughter still, echoing behind her as she climbed into the helicopter. The air was tense, every eye fixed on her. For a brief moment, the massive machine felt intimidating. But Emily's hands were steady. She carefully inspected the panels, listening to the silence of the crowd. Her mind shifted into focus. This wasn't about wealth or appearances. It was about skill. She ran her hands along the controls, checked the wiring, and adjusted key components with calm confidence. Daniel watched silently from the ground, pride in his eyes. As his daughter began proving herself in front of everyone, the crowd grew restless as Emily continued her inspection. Some whispered doubts, while others leaned in with unexpected curiosity. They had laughed at her minutes ago, yet now there was something undeniable about the way she worked, focused, professional and precise. Every twist of her wrench, every adjustment she made, carried the weight of knowledge and determination. Her movements were not random but purposeful, as though she had done this 100 times before. Slowly, the mockery faded into hushed silence, broken only by the occasional sound of tools striking metal. The scene was changing moment by moment. Richard Coleman stood with his arms folded, tapping his foot impatiently. To him, this was just another waste of time, another attempt doomed to fail. Yet he could not deny there was something different about the young woman in the cockpit. Unlike the engineers who hesitated and second-guessed themselves, Emily seemed to understand the helicopter instinctively. Richard tried to dismiss the thought, but a sliver of doubt crept into his arrogant certainty. He muttered to himself that even if she managed to find the problem, she would never succeed where trained experts had failed. Pride blinded him from reality. After several minutes of work, Emily climbed down from the helicopter with quiet composure. She wiped her hands on a cloth, stood straight, and looked directly at Richard. For the first time, she did not lower her gaze. "Try it now," she said confidently, her voice steady and sure. The crowd gasped. No one had expected her to speak with such boldness. Richard raised an eyebrow, but gave a small signal to his pilot. The man hesitated, then climbed in and turned the key. Every ear strained to catch what would happen next. The moment the engine roared to life, the ground seemed to tremble. The blades began to spin with smooth precision, faster and faster, until the helicopter lifted gracefully into the air. Gasps and cheers erupted from the crowd, drowning out the thunder of the machine. The same engineers who had failed stood frozen in disbelief, unable to comprehend how a young woman had achieved what they could not. Daniel's eyes glistened with pride, and he whispered softly to himself, "That's my girl." Emily remained calm, though inside her heart raced with triumph. She had done it. Richard's jaw dropped as the helicopter hovered perfectly above the ground. His companions, once laughing at his side, now looked at him with disbelief. Their smirks had vanished, replaced by admiration for Emily and quiet embarrassment for him. The billionaire's face flushed red as he realized the depth of his mistake. He had mocked her in front of everyone, and now she stood as the only one who had saved his prized possession. Swallowing his pride, he stepped forward, each movement heavy with the weight of humiliation, until he finally stood face to face with the young woman. He leaned closer, his voice low, stripped of arrogance. "I underestimated you," Richard admitted, his words reluctant yet sincere. "How much do I owe?" For a man who measured everything in money, it was the only way he knew how to apologize. But Emily shook her head, her calm smile unshaken. "Respect," she replied simply, "that's all." Her words struck him harder than any demand for payment. Around them, the crowd erupted into applause, their cheers echoing through the streets. For once, admiration was not directed at the billionaire, but at the mechanic's daughter who had silenced them all. Richard Coleman stood frozen, his pride shattered. The man who thought wealth defined power now realized skill and dignity could command far greater respect. Emily turned to her father, her eyes shining not with arrogance, but with quiet satisfaction. Together they walked away, leaving behind a crowd that would never forget what they had witnessed. The engineers, the bystanders, even Richard himself, all were humbled by the brilliance of a young woman who refused to be underestimated. In that moment, Emily proved that greatness was not measured by money or status, but by courage, knowledge, and unshakable determination.